Let's put on our tinfoil hats and jump down some crazy theories. They're not conspiracy theories, it's centered around what's going to happen in Lucifer Season 5 Part 2. So here's Lucifer Season 5 Part 2, theories so crazy they might be true. Let's dive right into it, shall we? Number 10, Maze will get her soul and die. Since we've heard some of the cast members saying that Season 5 Part 2 of Lucifer will be sad, fans immediately got down to theorizing about what's going to happen and who's going to die in this season. Crazy ranges of guesses from Linda all the way down to Chloe were proposed, but what if it's Maze? How would Maze die if she had no soul to begin with? Don't you guys know she's actually a demon? That means she can't be killed. Whoa there, easy there, bucko. We know she's a demon, but we also know that Lucifer still has the soul ring on his hand, and if we remember correctly, the damn ring still has Lilith's soul inside. Now, we know that Lilith actually kicked Maze out of her house when she went to visit her, but what if in this season we see Maze and Lucifer settle their differences by Lucifer giving her the ring, and then, by some mysterious turn of events, she would actually get killed and sent down to hell, where she would meet her mom because
you are the actual devil.
Number 9, Lilith is the temporary queen of hell. This stems from the time Amenadiel told Lucifer that he left hell because he didn't want a ruler anymore. Now, how could that be true? Hell always needs a ruler, but maybe hell didn't need him because it already had a ruler, Lilith. We think this is possible because Lilith dies just at the right time to take over the kingdom of the Screaming Dead. Plus, she doesn't have a soul, which means she's something of a demon right now, making her the perfect candidate to smash that like button if you haven't done so already. But no, she's in fact the perfect candidate for ruling over hell. And here's the cool part, once Maze dies and goes to hell, she will finally reconcile with her mother, and we think Lilith will have an I told you talk with Maze. Here, we think she will explain to her daughter why she didn't want her to have a soul, because she knew that if she did, she would be vulnerable, die, and spend eternity in the fiery pits of hell. And we think that this would prove to Maze that her mother was actually right for doing the unthinkable.
I love you. Please. Don't leave.
Number 8, Eve coming back. Now, this isn't so much a theory as it's a freaking statement. We want Eve to come back. She was a great addition to the show, seeking a little bit of excitement in her life after an eternity spent in boring gardens of heaven. She came down to mix it up with the most exciting person she knew, and season 4 was the bomb. Sadly, she left in the end of the season, and she told Lucifer she had to go and explore who she really is, and what she really wants out of life. She wasn't satisfied with an arrangement of marriage since birth, creation. But please, for the love of God, or in this case, Dennis Haysbert, please make Eve come back, even for a little. Maybe they could explore Maze and Eve's short relationship, which would make a great extension to their story.
The only question that remains is what kind of monster will I be when it's done releasing?
Number 7, Chloe will be Lucifer's end. We know that Chloe and Lucy's relationship has been a tricky one since the very beginning. She wasn't really into his physical appearance, and she wanted to get to know the real Lucifer, the one that's been hiding behind all those hedonistic pleasures. And because she wasn't shallow like the rest of the girls, Lucy couldn't help but fall madly in love with her. But this made him vulnerable. Literally. I mean, the devil is invincible when Chloe's not around, but once she walks in the room, a splinter could hurt him. And that's not what happened in the first part of season 5. We saw this dynamic change. Now, Lucifer was invulnerable when he was around Chloe, but we still have one question to ask. Does this mean that Lucifer is actually vulnerable when he's not around Chloe? Will this kill him in one of the fights and bring forth the sad end that the cast was talking about?
Oh, well, thanks for bringing back up. More fun for me. Oh, and he's cute, too. Bonus.
Number 6, Charlie, a Celestial. Amenadiel was worried sick that his son was actually mortal. And the poor boy has been through a lot so far. First of all, he was kidnapped by the leader of the demonic pact, and in season 5 we saw him catch the common cold, just like any other mere mortal out there. But Amenadiel's freaking out and freezing all time was uncalled for. He's half angel after all. But we think that Amenadiel completely forgot about his sister's visit. When Amenadiel paid him a visit in season 4, she said that she sensed the presence of a new celestial, enter Charlie. This means that the little boy packs a serious punch, but he's still too young to take advantage of all his celestial abilities as of yet. Oh, and we think that Lucifer is right when he said that it was Michael the one that got Charlie sick. And seeing Amenadiel beat the crap out of him was pretty satisfying.
If you have feelings for her, you gotta tell her.
I kind of tried that. It kind of backfired.
So then find a way to show her.
Number 5, Ella finds out the truth. This is more of a request than a theory, we just want her to find out. Again, this isn't a theory, it's an actual request for the writers on the show. Since everyone knows about Lucifer, we also would like to see Ella discover the truth. She looks so innocent playing a doctor that's intelligent, but she can't seem to figure out that Lucifer is actually Lucifer. I mean, come on, that's like one of the hints right there. Who in the world is named Lucifer Morningstar? Oh, and we do know that Amy Garcia was okay with the fact that her character doesn't know Lucifer is actually Satan. That way, she gets to enjoy kissing girls, boys, and go nude pool party with the devil himself. Number 4, Lucy's stuck in a hell loop. This one threw us off just a little bit, but we think that it's way too far-fetched to actually be true. Nevertheless, it's actually out there, and here's what it's all about. In season 5, we got to see that not all of hell was physical torture. It could just be a mental trap that a person relives one boring scene over and over again, not being able to change anything, even though they want to so badly. Enter Lucifer. Some fans have theorized that Lucifer is actually stuck in a hell loop, and that's one of the reasons he can't really tell Chloe that he loves her. He wants to, but he is tortured by this one scene of his life where he wanted to change everything, but he actually couldn't. We just hope that this one remains a theory. Number 3, Father Kinley was talking about Michael. With this one, we began a 3-part theory that is the most likely to come true, so that's why we left it for the very end. As we all know, Lucifer is not a bad guy, but he's far from being a good guy. And do you actually remember when Father Kinley told Chloe about all the sinister things that Lucifer has actually done? Well, we think that it was actually Michael who did all of them just to make Lucifer look like a bad guy. Again, we already said that Lucifer isn't evil, he hates liars for God's sake, and if this theory came true, it would give Michael another purpose on the show. He would finally become the show's a-hole. Number 2, seeing Father Kinley's prophecy from a different angle. When the devil walks the earth and finds his first love, evil shall be released. This is what he said about Lucifer and Chloe's relationship, and to this day we thought he meant that this referred to the scenes where all of the demons came forth from hell in the season 4 finale. But what if we look at this theory from another perspective? What if the second part, evil shall be released, actually meant that the devil would actually be released from his obligations? He would no longer need to rule hell for all eternity, and he could spend the rest of his life with the woman he loves, Chloe. After all, evil devil, the difference is only one letter. Number 1, Michael will take over hell. And now we come to the most interesting part of this theory, the part where Michael would become the ruler of hell, which is more of a curse than it is a privilege, and maybe Lucifer could trick Michael into taking the throne. Or God would actually punish Michael when he realizes that he spent his entire life trying to make Lucifer's life and make him look like the bad guy that he's not. This would not only prove that Lucifer is a good guy, it would fix the relationship with his father, and it would punish the worst character on the show, Michael. After all, no one will even know the difference, and he could finally achieve his goal of taking over his brother's life. The pieces of this puzzle fit like a jigsaw. And on that note, we end this video. But hey, what are the craziest fan theories you've heard about the second part of Season 2 in Lucifer? You can tell us in the comments section below. If you'd like more videos like these, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss any of them. And as always, thanks for watching, guys.